And we're live. Welcome along to Bangkok ChitChat. It's another regional report. And in just a moment, we'll be joining Chris up there in Chiang Mai. But first, Andrew, you're okay? How's the new phases suiting you?
I'm sorry?
How's the new phases doing?
The new
with
phases?
You? New phase. Yeah, phase 4. Are you going out? Are you doing more business? Your studio open?
I thought you were talking about my business for a moment. Yes, studio's open. Everything's fine. I think I mentioned the last one. Yeah, the green screen studio is open, and basically we're getting bookings now, which is good. Yeah, everything's fantastic. I'm looking forward to putting our sales back in. Well, hopefully within the next week or so we'll go in, because it's looking fantastic. Anyway, how about you?
Okay. Yeah, well, now you ask, fine. English Premier League is back, although all at ridiculous times again, 2 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock, but it's nice. I saw the Old Trafford game yesterday, and they got pictures on all the seats of people. It's the first time I've seen it in a ground, and of course they've got the fake sound effects as well. But you've got all the stands full of you can't see them, but you can see that they're people's faces. So they're trying as much as possible to placate the fans, and it's working okay, and it's nice to have it back.
So they probably took the pictures from the season ticket holders, yeah, and stuck them
I guess yeah, probably. There'll be a few copyright issues along the way. Anyway, let's bring on Chris. It's the third time we've been talking to him. He's our sort of like correspondent up there in Chiang Mai. Chris, welcome along to the show. I love that bell. And there he is.
Hello.
Hello. Deja vu. Listen, the last time we talked to you, how are you, by the way?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
You're looking fantastic. Right, last time we talked to you about Chiang Mai was like, sort of the second phase was just starting. Things were beginning to get more relaxed with opening and that. Has it changed there? Are you following the same sort of national standard really as Bangkok? How is Chiang Mai right now?
Yeah, I think it's the same national standard. I mean, Chiang Mai is pretty lively. As far as I can see, everything's open, apart from the bars and the certain massage parlours and stuff like that. But no, it's very lively. I mean, Thai life is buzzing in Chiang Mai again.
Really?
Obviously, still no tourists around, but yeah, it's just seems.
Are there many people in the streets? Are the people walking the pavements? Yeah. I was in Bangkok. I noticed a difference. The traffic was about the same, but there weren't many people walking on the sidewalks. It was pretty quiet. I don't know whether people are just safe to go into their car and to the venue that they're going to or work. They don't want to walk around and meet strange people wearing masks. I don't know. But it seemed quieter on the pavements. Chiang Mai, no?
I don't think so, no. I think the markets are buzzing and, I don't notice that, no. I think it's pretty normal.
Are people sort of paying attention to social distancing there? For example, restaurants now can serve our alcohol in Bangkok, and a lot of the screens and things, from what I gather, have gone down. You know, you'd sit at a table adjacent to each other, and the next thing you know, there'll be a screen there. Is that all relaxed?
I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't been to a restaurant since lockdown, or even while it was on, obviously. But when I drive past the notice places, especially the bars that sell alcohol and the food that are so-called restaurants, I don't see any social distancing really, especially like the local ones. It just seems that they're all just sitting normally, I think. But I can't 100% say what it's like in kind of formal restaurants because I haven't been out, but it looks
I think everybody's interpreting. We talked to Craig on our last one about how these regulations, I call them the commandments, how they've been sort of given to proprietors. And it seems to me it's their own interpretation. I mean, my mate from Chiang Mai flew down twice in the last 3 weeks. The first time he flew down here 3 weeks ago, his plane was, the middle seat was non-available, and, the masks and that. And then he flew straight into Dong Mueang, straight onto the gateway and out. Second time he came, they landed, the plane was full, and they landed on the tarmac. And so all those 150 passengers from the plane had to wait for buses that would only take 10 people at a time to take them to the terminal. So you've been sharing air, recircled air for an hour, 150 of it. But then when you get down onto the ground, you've 10 persons per bus. So there was like 15 buses. So that took a long time for him to actually get through, not immigration, but through the airport and out to the car park. It's different people obviously there was different management. The airline is one management and they're going by what they think or what the rules are for them. And the ground are AOT or Dongmeng or whatever it is. And that's what their bosses have said, 10 per bus. There seems to be no correlation between some people doing this and some people doing the other. That's just an example. And restaurants may be the same.
Yeah,
I think it's... Go on, Andrew, sorry.
Well, what they're also saying is just now on the 1st of July, it'll be announced on the Friday. But as of next, we're recording now, but we're releasing this for next week. And on the 1st of July, they're saying that bars, pubs, nightclubs, soapy massage, and karaoke will be open. But there's a whole lot of rules. But one I was really wondering how it all worked was, if a soapy massage, number one, that's not prostitution. That's just somebody giving you a soapy massage, fully clothed and probably with a visor over their face and a mask. I'm just wondering how attractive that's going to be to the customer.
Well, you got a story, haven't you? You were telling me. Yeah, you were telling me off camera. What was that thing you read or you saw about soapy massages?
I wet myself laughing. So there's a thing just come out in the Bangkok Post that's saying that soapy massage parlours are opening, but of course, you've got to wear a mask and social distancing, but no social distancing at bathing time. So basically, what's the effing point of social distancing?
Well, they're not. Really? How are they going to monitor it? Are they going to have a video in there? Somebody standing over?
Yeah, they are. They're gonna put video cameras up, but not in the private section bit, in the public areas. Apparently, that's what Bangkok Post is. No idea.
It's all these compromises that, obviously on an economic side, they're losing a shitload of money, the go-go bars and that. And it's a big industry, whether you like it or condone or whatever, it is a reality and it is a big industry here. So I think this phase 5 is going to be very interesting as soon as you can differentiate between pubs and pubs that serve food. Like now all the pubs in Bangkok, as far as I'm concerned, are back to exactly like they were before the outbreak, exactly the same. No social distancing, beer, food, same hours and everything else, But the Thais look upon a pub as more like a beer place where there is no food. So you're talking discotheques, karaoke, massage parlors were on there. So it's those entertainment venues that will maybe get a relaxation in the regulations on phase 5, whenever that comes in. I mean, Andrew, when do you think phase 5? I know they're talking tomorrow, I know our show goes out afterwards, about whether it should open 1st of July or middle of July for phase 5.
1st of July, from the 1st of July, that's what we're talking about. They're also, in addition to all of that, they put restrictions where pubs will be closed at 12 o'clock. They have to be closed at 12 o'clock, not last orders, but closed at 12 o'clock. Also, we have a holiday coming up, which is a bit weird. The companies are saying, get back to work.
4 days off.
4th, 5th, and 6th is 4 days off, and then they're talking, because of the Buddhist holiday, all these bars that have just been opened up on the 1st will be closed. They can't sell alcohol for the Buddhist holiday. So I'm going, what?
I mean, that's an extreme. I get that though, because that's an extremely important time for Thai people, because they don't get, with Songkran, they don't get like 3 or 4 days off in any row at any time of the year normally. Like in England, you get bank holidays and all that. So that's an extremely important time, Songkran, spending 4 days with your family. That'll be a mass. Everyone going home. Our Thai staff are going home.
That's not Songkran. This is the Buddhist holiday.
No, it's not Songkran, but they're still giving that period of time to spend with the family, to go back, and like all our Thai staff are going home. So it's a Songkran thing, but not Songkran, if you know what I mean. So
they are compensating. They are compensating the Songkran days. I think I read yesterday, instead of having all those Songkran days in a row, they're gonna disperse them throughout the month to be.
really?
So you get that long weekend. That's what I heard.
What they were looking at was, is you're correct, but what they were looking at was in maybe August, having the Songkran, but breaking the holidays up across the month, not in one block.
Yeah.
So each
Right.
holiday to do that. That was a proposal. But when I say, you know, Friday they're making the decision, then there's a whole lot of things opening up on the 1st of July. In addition to what we're just talking about just now, is they're talking about 50,000 people coming in from overseas. So
from where?
they will include business people, which is about 700, skilled workers, basically families joining, teachers coming back, students. And the weird one I found was patients for wellness and medical tourism. 30,000.
Yeah, I still don't get that.
50,000. This is not controlling it. This is basically saying, hey, hospitals and things, you're losing money or whatever it is because you haven't got as many patients or there's delays or whatever it is. Now we're going to give you help your business. But what about all the other businesses? So I must have, I'm not sure about when they're saying that, but also everyone that's coming in, except business people, they're supposed to go into 14 days quarantine, which is good. I think that is correct. But don't forget, from the Thai side, they get support from the government through government appointed locations. But the Falang are coming in, they could be paying for 14 days up to, what, 50,000 baht for hotel or whatever it is. So they're going to be, you know, there's pros and cons to it. So, yeah, 50,000 people coming in as of 1st of July. They don't say 50,000 over what period, they just say 50,000. Maybe that's
Can I clear up something? Because what I read was that it was on the table for the meeting tomorrow, whether or not they open on the 1st. By the time this video goes out, we would know. But Prayut also said that he was more in favor of it not starting on the 1st of July, maybe middle of July or whatever. So at the moment, we don't know, correct?
Correct.
All right.
So
There was a big thing posted on Facebook a couple of days ago saying that Chiang Mai is ready for tourists. So I think they're gearing up for it. They're definitely gearing up for it. There's no doubt about that. But I don't think it's going to happen until high season starts in October for like real tourism. But they're definitely gearing up for it. It's like they've kind of cleaned Chiang Mai, if you like, you know, a bit like the Khao San Road, right? They've done up the Khao San Road, repaved it, and they're doing a bit of like work like that in Chiang Mai, just basically getting ready for tourists. They've got a new, they've got some new kind of selling point to bring tourists back to Chiang Mai, like I can't remember what it is, but it's something. But they're gearing up for it.
What they're doing is
but what you've got to remember is that the airports from where they're flying from might not be open. We could open borders to certain countries, but maybe, you know, like England, well, those airports won't be open for a while because they're below us in the curve of the outbreak. So it's not always dependent on what Thailand are going to say.
No, sure.
More what they're trying to do is push the local tourism. You know, like we had Buy British for many, many years. Yeah? We had that campaign. Now it's Buy Thailand. It's for local
British.
The Phuket airport was shut even to local flights. Now that's opening, you know, or opened. Yeah? So what they're trying to do, they're giving a benefit as well through. First of all, it will go to first line responders and give them 3,000 baht. Yeah. To help them, you know, in a hotel or something to allow people to travel. So the whole orientation now is local. I agree with you. I think it'll be September before international flights come in. But what they'll do is they'll drip feed for things like business, families and things. Because the danger has always been, and the failure of UK was allowing people coming into the country from outside. Because when they arrive, they might not have a temperature, but it takes 14 days, or I think it's even 7 to 10 days, to show whether you've got it or not. You might not have any signs. And then you've got the people who transmit it, who have it, but don't show any signs. So this is the danger they've got.
It's a fine line. I mean, I'm all for, and I'm not in the tourist industry, and I really do, my heart goes out to these guys. But, you know, all the cases, new cases that have been happening over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks in Chiang Mai's case have been from people coming back into the country. Locals, it's been zero. So, you know, you start getting 50,000 people from all over the, well, of course, it depends if they're allowed to leave their own country. But if you've got that in there, I have a few alarm bells going off thinking, you know, should we wait for a sort of almost a global recession in this outbreak before we invite anyone back into our country? It's a devil's advocate here in a way, but I'm just saying, you know.
It's difficult because what we're talking about now, we're looking at a contraction of business just now of 8.7% in Thailand. 8.7%. That is absolutely massive. So what's happening worldwide is people are not going to be traveling as much either. So this is why the focus is on local, and businesses are in a lot of pain. Yeah? I mean, it's just everything has got a chain reaction. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, maybe the government they're talking about new projects just now, where the infrastructure projects. So when countries have a problem economically, you find that you do an awful lot of infrastructure projects. They're talking about putting motorways alongside railway lines. This is a new project that's being discussed. Utapao, we're talking about before, that's being developed. So during this quiet season, or let's say from international tourists, you'll find I think there'll be an awful lot of things that will be done, which would normally be intrusive to tourists and things like that. Yeah.
Are you doing any spring cleaning over at your place, Chris?
No. we're having some quiet time, which is nice. I mean, I'm going on holiday. I'm going down to Koh Chang for a couple of weeks. No, yeah, done a lot of spring cleaning, just giving the business and the staff and a bit of a rest, because it was a bit manic before COVID. We were full through the whole of COVID, and it's hard work. But it's kind of personally, I've kind of written off the whole year now. If I'm honest, in my head, I've just said, look, you know, I've written off the whole year. But I do think personally, I mean, it is a risk letting people come in, like you say. There's 50,000 people with work permits, medical tourism. It is a risk, but they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And if it goes kind of all right-ish, I personally think come October it's going to be a free-for-all. You know. And
really.
I personally, because
that runs in very nicely
season in Thailand. You know.
Yeah, that runs nicely into sort of wrapping up the show, where we always ask, what do you think, if you had a crystal ball or whatever, what is your intuition about how it's going to be in the future? So you think October, it could be completely free for all?
Yeah, October, November, they're definitely going to start pushing for tourism. I 100% believe that. I really do. I think because it's quiet season now, they've kind of said, you're right, you know, let's get domestic travel going. But I mean, they're doing amazing deals. I mean, 50% off hotels and things like that, and that 3,000 baht you're talking about. But I can't see the Thai economy booming through Thais traveling, because they haven't got any money, have they? You know, no one's got any money at the moment. So, but I think it's a little test, and then they'll drip feed people in, and if that goes all right, then I think high season it'll kick off. I think, and I think.
Just want to go on a couple of local things for Chiang Mai. I see that the effect also is they're talking about unemployed elephants, and some are actually being sent back to the wild, and others, because of the cost of keeping them, are actually being sent back for logging in Myanmar, and part of the reason they were saying they have to keep them moving, they have to get exercise, and if there's no tourists there, they're not getting exercise. So I know you're interested in these camps and sanctuaries. Do you have any info on that?
Yeah, it's desolate. I think there's like 48 camps in Chiang Mai, and about 46 of them are closed. It's completely destroyed it. I mean, they have gone back to the villages. Because a lot of the elephants come from the Karen tribe originally, the Karen Hill tribe. They grew up with the elephants, and they're the ones that bring them up and send them out to the hill tribes, out to the elephant parks, and they've all gone back home. But they're even
struggling. Elephants? How many elephants are we talking about?
Oh,
I have no idea.
It's a couple of thousand, maybe. Ooh. They sent 90 back to a hill tribe village called Hawaii Paku, which are now having problems because elephants are fighting each other and stuff. But there are a couple of parks open. There's one that we're involved with. They're open, but like if you go into the Mae Wang area and Mae Tang, where all the elephant parks are, it is absolutely dead.
Yeah, a blogger sent me some photos, and I've lost them because I wanted to show that these elephants, when they were going back to their villages or going back to whatever, they were just walking like single file, like a caravan. You know, the old, they were actually walking to their new destination, not transported or anything. And there was just these photos of long lines of elephants, almost like Jungle Book. And that's what it reminded me of, because that's exactly what it was. One column of elephants.
Yeah, and they're walking like 100 kilometers. It's quite a journey, but I think that the Karen tribes, they were welcoming them back, and the elephants remember it, right? They know, even if they've been in Chiang Mai for 20 years, they recognize where they come from. And apparently the elephants were loving it, obviously.
Yeah.
The Karen tribal people were loving it. But obviously there's still the financial burden of feeding them. But there's a lot of donations going on at the moment. There's a lot of volunteering projects that are screaming out for donations, which I'm a bit caught in the middle with, because where's the millions and millions and millions of baht gone that these people have made through elephant camps over the years?
Well, there you go.
And if you can't survive a couple of months, if you've made millions and millions of baht and you can't survive a couple of months downtime, then I'm a bit confused, to be honest with you.
But can the elephants survive in the wild themselves?
No, because what they'll do, they'll go out into the jungle, especially at this time. At the moment, it's not too bad because rainy season started, but they go out into the jungle. There's no food and there's no water. And because they're used to human contact, they just come back to the villages.
Yeah.
No, they can't. They're not surviving people on their own, the elephants, after being in captivity for so long. There are wild elephants in Thailand, but even them are coming into the villages because there's no food. So the captive ones, no, they've got no chance.
And another issue, I saw another report saying about the clean air, that now that all the different consulates are getting together and they're doing a survey. And I had a look at the survey, which was quite interesting. It was saying, obviously trying to get information about who's living here as an expat. And they're doing this survey, and they're just basically weighting different opinions. So they said it was to do with clean air, but there was a couple of sections about clean air and other things. Is why would you leave Chiang Mai? Why would you? What influencing factors? Rate the smoky season. Yeah, how much that influences you. It was really quite interesting. But what I'm impressed was there is this survey going on and saying, finding out what the local opinion is from the expat community, because obviously they will be maybe spending more. They're in retirement, whatever, and they'll be spending more in the city. So, I was quite impressed that Chiang Mai is actually sort of marketing this. The consulates are helping. So we'll see. What
was the number one reason for people to leave? Clean air?
No, this was the question. What was it? There's a variety, but obviously people go to Chiang Mai, they think of it like Switzerland. They think of it going for clean air. Mountain air. I think suddenly you're getting 2-3 months. Is it 2-3 months? Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's 4 months really, if you want to have it right.
Well, you should be wearing a mask. It's dangerous.
It creeps in at the. They say you see reports saying it's like the end of March, beginning of April. It's not. It's 3 to 4 months of it building up, getting worse, and then the come down from it. But it's 3 to 4 months definitely.
Right, so this is what they were trying to find out, but there wasn't anything, what can they do? They know, basically, if it's coming from Myanmar, they've got no right to do anything.
Which is not.
So that's all my points for today.
Okay, well, on that note, I still love Chiang Mai, by the way, and I still look upon it as a little Switzerland up there, because I'll only go out of those 4-month times. But
amazing city. I still love Chiang Mai.
It's a beautiful city. Beautiful city. All right, we'll leave it there. Hey, Chris, thanks, mate, for joining us, taking some time off. And I know you're going to go on holiday soon, so enjoy that. Go Chiang, can't go wrong there. And
I love coaching.
and yeah, you're going to be coming to Bangkok soon, so we'll get you in the studio and we'll have a chat about everything, you know, your profession and your place, and alcoholism, drug addicts, and things like that as well when we get around to it. So thanks a lot, Chris.
Be good. All right then, lads. Thank you.
And you,
have a nice
mate.
day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye. 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 Well, there we go. That was pretty, I'd say pretty deep on some of that stuff. The elephants is, I mean, we take elephants for granted, really, don't we? They never forget. So they're all being stuck in the jungle going, no, home. Follow the yellow brick road back to their tribes.
Follow the yellow brick road. No, you're talking about the Jungle Book. Follow the yellow brick road.
I changed musicals there. So that's it. Have you got anything else to say, mate?
No, I think that was very good. I think Chris knows his stuff, and
as he does.
We're all going through the same sort of pains. As we've said in the past, we have to look for silver linings. Can't focus on the negatives. And as long as we can eat and have these basic requirements met, we just have to keep moving forward. Okay, so if you're watching this for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, like and share also. And we had a new subscriber from China. And what was his name? Don't know. It was in Chinese.
So there you go. You'll probably know who you are.
Yeah. So what we're finding is we've had quite a few new subscribers, which is great. Obviously, people are appreciating what we do. And of course, there's the odd one who doesn't appreciate what we do and just calls us old people.
Old farts, I think was the words they used. Anyway,
you can catch up. Okay.
On that beautiful note, we'll leave you there. Stay well, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time here on Bangkok Chit Chat.
Okay, bye.